So, Matthew, you've had a chance now to digest the league final loss to Galway. What are your takeaways from the game now?
I suppose, look, there was a big kind of sense of disappointment after the game, for a couple of days. We had a meeting with the management last week, and we spent a good few hours at it, and then we met the players before we started our training. And I suppose, look, we think we're in the right track. Like, it was a disappointing loss. We created a lot of chances, which is probably part of the thing we said in January, that we wanted to create more chances, because I think we were restricting ourselves a bit last year. We Our conversion rate just in the last quarter let us down big time. We had opportunities to, I suppose, get back into the game and nearly drive it home, but we didn't take them. And like, when you're opposition like that, it catches you. On the day itself, then you're looking at, like, you're down Ashling Thompson, Dina Mackey, Hannah Looney, and Orla Cronin. Like, we only got her on the last 10 minutes. So in days gone by, if we were short of 4 of them, we wouldn't even be competitive. We were competitive. Like, are we trying to put it in it? Of course we are. Like, we have to take the positives out of it. But at the same time, it's disappointing to lose. Like, but if we don't learn from it, this is our fourth final. Like, but if we don't learn from it, from the mistakes we made, we as a management, we shouldn't be here. Like,
You just touched it there, Matthew, the fourth finals. Those Cork have come so close to major silver in the last few seasons, but you have come up short in the last four finals, two in the league and two in the All-Ireland. How can the management and the players turn this around?
I suppose, look, no one feels the pain more than what we do. Like, when we're in the dressing room the last 4 times, like, it's been horrific. We try to change things every time, probably slightly. Like, I suppose just the last 2 finals probably hurt the most, the way we lost the All-Ireland final and the way we lost the league final. Look, I suppose we just manned up to ourselves. Like, it was a big change of system from last year to this year. Like, our tactics, everything is totally different. That takes time to bed in. Like, but at the same time, like, with the girl Michelle O'Connor, she's a sports psychologist in with us. She's excellent. She's going to be a valuable part of the management from now on. But I'd like, it's a different kind of a feeling when you kind of sit down and analyze it yourself, and get the players to analyze it. But, like, it's like we're not that far away from it. Like, I know the consistency getting the 4 finals was great. Like, but look, it's at nothing if we don't go on and win one. But look, we will have to change a few things, but we're not pressing the panic button yet.
Like you said there, like, there's great consistency about this Cork team. You have got to the last 4 finals. If you look at the score lines from those 4 finals, it's a puck of a ball or two between the teams. It's that tight between Galway, Cork, and Kilkenny at the moment. But like I said, just to take that final step, is it just a concern that you haven't managed to take it so far, or have you seen enough signs, Matthew, to know and feel confident that next step will happen soon?
There's no doubt about it. Like, I suppose the main factor in there is because of the players. They're just unbelievable, and even they're talking to them on the Monday and Tuesday after the game. Like, obviously, again, yeah, disappointment was there. Like, but, like, it's not kind of a case that we're kind of waiting for it to happen. Like, we have to do something about it. Like, like, every game like, every one of these games, it's come down to the last quarter. It's as simple as that. Like, we've been in the game, like, last year's league final, even though we were a very much a team in transition, and I know that's the favourite word of a lot of people, but we were, like, we were changing on when Davy got involved. We were 6 points up in 20 minutes to go. Like, the other day, we were 2 points up with 15 minutes to go. The Kilkenny game, we were 2 points up with 3 minutes to go. So it's just this last quarter, just getting that rootless stuff, like, to put teams away. As I say, it is something we looked at since January, that we want to, get that rootless streak. And we thought we were going well up to the league final, because the last Galway game wasn't a major concern, because I suppose, look, we were trying out different things, but it's just that final again, But we hope we have to kind of stick at it. Like, I suppose the start of the year, like, you pretend like you didn't want to win the league. That's rubbish. Like, but, like, it wasn't a priority. Like, we were just trying to embed in these new tactics and new system of play. So it's like, I hope to be judged then in August rather than in April. Like.
Putting the league final result aside there, and you touched it there as well, Matthew, with the implementation of new tactics. Have you got out of the league what you wanted to get out of it?
We have like every player on the panel has played, bar the injured girls, no, obviously, but like as I say, it's a big change in what we're doing. There's a lot more freedom there, but with that freedom, you have a lot of responsibility as well at the same time. But I look, it's kind of there's another year into it, like the likes of Fiona Keating and Saoirse McCarthy and all these lads, they're a year older, a year wiser, and look, we're trying to put not pressure them, but to just kind of get them to realize that they are leaders of the team now. You're not waiting on the likes of Jim O'Connor or from early NIDs anymore. You're the leaders now. Like, it's up to you to make a legacy for yourselves. It's kind of what we're putting at them. But out of the league, yeah. Look, I suppose if the way we played all along, yeah, like obviously then to lose the final puts a tarnish on it. But look, um, if someone told me the way we were playing, we'd be playing now, I would have been very happy. Like, but obviously without a trophy.
And even some of the young ones who've come on board, like so Orla Cahalan, a Cork minor last year, she stepped up and she's looked at home. You know, and you've had other young players like that get their chance as well. So you must be pretty happy from that point of view.
Very much so. Look, unfortunately, I suppose at the end of the year we have to kind of look at the panel, and there's a good few changes made, and we brought in a kind of come young ones like Aoife Heaney or Callan, and there's another girl from the mind, Aoife Barrett, who like she's going to be a big stay when she gets into this team. I don't think there'll be any budging her. Maeve Murphy back in the corner back, like she's probably one of the more consistent players. She's only 20, I think, years of age as well, and I suppose the four cruciates to us were cruel. But there's one of them, Olivia McAllen. Like I was hoping to better than someone in the team and leave her there for the league campaign because look, she's a ferocious career ahead of her. So like whatever the lads are doing in the underage system is huge, and obviously getting to another Ireland final in the minor is a huge plus for all those people for all the work they're after putting in, and it's great for the likes of us. And indeed me, that's getting these players through. But yeah, look, they've definitely increased the standard inside in the dressing room, and we brought two lads in, Haley Ryan as well, and Clodagh Finn from the intermediates as well, and they've certainly put their mark in things as well. And look, as time goes on, we're hoping to get them more game time as well.
Cork are missing some very experienced players throughout the league. Obviously, Ashton Thompson missed the full league with her ACL injury, and Katrina Mackey was missing too. What's the latest update on those injured players? When are you expecting them back? Will we see them in the championship match?
Ashton will be like we're hoping to have her for the latter stages of the championship. Katrina should be kind of we're on more weeks than months. We were hoping to have her back in a couple of weeks. Pamela, like that was only her second game this year now as well, in the league final. So look, if we got everyone and Norla Cronin obviously has been out long term, like, we need to get game time into her as well. So like we don't envisage seeing Ashton till the latter stages if we get that far. But the rest should be okay. Like yeah.
And there's no rest here. Straight into the Munster Championship this Sunday. Cork, Queeve, Waterford. It's probably a game we're all looking forward to, just to put the league final behind. Look forward to a brand new competition because we're pushing towards the summer now. Munster Championship and in the All Ireland Senior Championship. It's not too far down the road either.
No, look, it was fairness to the Camogie Association and to the GA. Like I suppose there's a mouth-watering affair like that you're playing before the hurling match as well. Like to give the lads a chance to be out there in this kind of a setup. It's great. So like down through the years, the Munster Championship would have been just used as kind of a warm-up kind of training matches. Like, but obviously this is adding more to it. Unfortunately, there's a clash now of fixtures again next Sunday between the ladies footballers and the Camogie. So look, myself and Shane Ronayne are talking there, trying to sort out an agreement between the both of us. But it's just a disgusting kind of a lit up again now, and like the disappointing thing, I suppose. And Shane's the first one to admit that is that whatever we do, there's a likelihood that we're taking two players out of an opportunity playing in a stadium like this and a match like this. So, but we have to look. This is the way it is. It hasn't changed. It's still the same. So like, we just have to get on with it. But look, Waterford are flying. They're probably the most impressive team of the league campaign, and the scores they're putting up. Look, they put it to us to the pin of the collar last year. So we're expecting a very tight match. We'll just have to kind of we've a lot of niggles since the league final. I think we've 10 players standing out in training there on Saturday. So we just have to see what we have. But look, I'd be always trying to spin it in the positive side of things. Look, whoever we're missing, it's giving someone else an opportunity to come in. Like, they're not there just to make up numbers, so they're there to make an impact, and we're hoping that if one or two of them get an opportunity, that they will take it.
How disappointing is it, Matthew, that here we are, 2023, and again we're talking about these dual clashes for the players? Like it's obviously not fair on the players at all that they're having to pick or choose between camogie and football, and even for the management, for yourself and Shane Ronayne, to have to even have these chats now. Like you would have hoped by now we'd have been beyond this, but obviously we're not.
Oh, it's a shock, and again, as you said, like you're putting the camogie into a showcase like this next Sunday, and like the footballers have to go up to Tipperary. It's like I don't know why anyone can't have any cop on, and even if it was the camogie, like if it was vice versa, if the ladies football were playing in down the park before a Cork football match, like I'd expect us to be moved to the side of the accommodate it, like, but there seems to be no cohesion between the two, like, and it's like we had a good conversation with the four dual players in Saturday, like, and they're happy that we're taking out their hands, and like there's no ill effect, or there's no consequences like of us picking or having to choose players or whatever it is. Like, obviously we just have to do this to be right for the camogie and the football, but it's just very disappointing for the players, as I say, to miss out an opportunity like this again.
Hopefully, Cork will get the job done in Páirc Uí Chaoimh on Sunday against Waterford. And best of luck in the Munster Championship and the All Ireland Championship, Matthew. And thanks for your time as usual.
Thanks very much, Kieran.